for the latest on the forecast. But in the meantime, as we're talking all things outdoors, K&H Exteriors is joining us. Something you might want to be thinking about before it gets too cold, the weather starts to change, is siding, roofing, all the things that you guys take care of with K&H Exteriors. Jeremy, thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And we have some samples. We'll get to that in a little bit. But first, let's just touch on the story of K&H Exteriors, your guys' history, because it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, K&H has actually been in the State Line area for over 6 decades.
It's amazing.
We were located on North Main for many years and have been in our current location in Roscoe for over 30.
Okay.
We specialize in roofing, siding, and windows, and we've been recognized nationally, received high honors, some awards. My wife and I actually were on the cover of a trade magazine.
That is really cool.
So, thousands of customers. We've maintained an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau throughout.
That's incredible. What's it been like kind of too over the years? You have new products, different customers, but you probably have a lot of people who just continue to come back, references, all of that.
Yeah, while the things we do tend to last a long time, most houses have a roof, they have siding, they have windows. So yeah, I mean, generally people are very happy with whatever we do for them, so we get to come back and do the siding and the windows down the road.
You start with one project and then next thing you know, you're doing a bunch of them. And that's kind of what we're talking about a little bit with the siding samples that we have here. And there's some new products, new developments too within siding and roofing. What is the new product? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, so I mean, in years past, they were metal based. There was aluminum, steel was very popular, and of course it had its advantages, but its vulnerability was in being dented or damaged by the weather. I mean, you look at an aluminum sided house and you can see tons of pelt marks on the sides.
Yeah.
So vinyl kind of came into the industry a few decades back, and you know, this is a typical piece of vinyl siding.
And this is what most folks, you said, have.
Yeah, I would say the vast majority of people have siding like this, and it has some real advantages. It's pretty tough, but you know, it's a vinyl siding, and it's somewhat flimsy.
Which leads us to maybe an upgrade.
This is an upgrade. This
that
is
some people might consider.
An insulated siding. Yeah, so it has much more rigidity.
Okay.
It's not going to be as flexible as this. You're going to get some R value out of this because you can see the insulating component of it. And a small but really cool feature of the siding is the way that it comes together. So typically siding clips and it stacks from the bottom. So the way they've engineered this is it just snaps on top of each other.
Okay.
So it can never come down. How often have you seen a piece of siding just hanging?
And then or like really windy, it'll get blown right off the house, not installed properly. This really alleviates that. What's the biggest difference too between choosing an insulated, choosing this? When would this be the better option for a lot of folks? Well,
the R value is going to be a consideration if your house is like pre-1960 and you have, say, lath walls or plaster walls. Those oftentimes didn't have a lot of insulation, so this will help you there. I would say also if you have small kids that are whipping baseballs or things at the house, it has much more impact resistance.
Yes, want to be a little more careful.
Yes, and in terms of impact resistance, we also have a product like this, which is a 7-inch siding. So what you commonly see is 4 inches, and this is much wider. So where this is nice is on a tall house where you can not have as many lines. It just looks much smoother. This is a composite siding. It does have some insulating value as well. And this is a graphite foam. So what it does
is there a difference between even these two foams?
This is gonna have the graphite, which is gonna make it insect repellent.
Okay, so that's really interesting.
This will have something in it that's called borax, which is helpful for insects too.
Yeah.
But you know, wood siding, and you get insects in your house and it can quickly deteriorate.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
If you have
this is my favorite though.
I was like, so this is more mimicking kind of a cedar, this one as well. Why is it your favorite? Is it that reason?
Well, this one is, as I mentioned before we started, this, when I had talked with the manufacturer representative, I mentioned that this is manufactured in a similar way that bowling balls are. So you know how tough a bowling ball is.
I was like, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, so I mean, this can withstand, I think, just about anything that Mother Nature could throw at it. It's impervious to water, insects. It can be at dirt level. It never has to be painted. This was designed to compete with fiber cement and engineered wood products, which are good also. However, when you cut those, let's say that I cut a piece of that, I'm required to paint every edge. I'm required to paint every nail head.
Everything would have to be
still painted.
redone because,
Maintenance
exactly.
free. Whereas this is screwed onto the wall and it's one and done.
That's amazing.
Never need to be redone.
And color options for all of these, I mean, you can really pick a lot of different options depending if you want to keep your current house color, you want something different. What is the kind of advantage of going with this type of siding over, you know, maybe a lot of folks still think of some wood siding too?
Yeah, well, the big advantage is maintenance free.
Yeah.
Never has to be painted. And, you know, between these 4 manufacturers, we probably have 50 different color options that you can choose from.
Okay, so
so
tons.
it's not like years past where you could do white, beige, or light gray.
Yeah.
Now you've got deep blues and grays and reds and some really vibrant colors. So it's come a long ways.
fantastic.
Come a long ways.
You can get really interesting and creative, especially with the home this time of year. You want to get those projects either on the books or getting them done. What are some of the best tips you have for either choosing a contractor or just project timeline?
Yeah, so we do work year round, and some of our best prices are coming up in the winter.
There you
So,
go,
yeah.
folks. Might want to give K&H a call here soon enough.
One thing I wanted to touch on too was the roofing category,
Yeah.
because there are some advancements there too. Typically shingles are composed of asphalt, and what they've come out with now is called an SBS, which is a rubberized shingle. So it has a class 4 impact rating, and they've done some pretty cool tests on this, one of which was they built a wall of these shingles on a golf course, set it out 40 yards, and they just had people slam golf balls
And you
into
didn't
it.
notice a difference.
They went up and inspected the shingle, nothing.
Okay.
Amazing.
I could talk forever about this because this sounds incredible. We do have to take a break. Once again, thank you so much for being here with us, Jeremy. K&H Exteriors. Go and talk with them. Go and take a look at all the different samples. You are going to find something fantastic for your home, whether it's roofing, siding, all the things that they offer. And they are definitely dedicated to having some great customer service in the state line. Thanks again for being here with
Thank
us.
you.
And we'll be right back after the break.